Hello, everyone out there in podcast land. Welcome to Grey 17, a Babylon 5 podcast, a part of the Front Row Network and NPR Illinois Community Voices. We are a group of first ones who have watched the show far too many times, and a group of, I've been told they should not be called newbies anymore, maybe new ones, or somebody actually said baby lawns, which I did enjoy that one a lot too.
Nice.
So,
Yes, please.
whatever you want to call them.
I hate that.
Okay, so we're going to call them the baby lawns. Hashtag baby lawns. No, so these are newbies who have only watched up until season 2. And Nicole is back because I don't know why she left, but she's coming back now. And so we are here for the second time, and thanks for everyone who stuck around with us while we were dealing with that, for the season 2 live recap show. We have several things going on that we want to talk about today, and actually, we're going to go a little out of order because I told our special guest to join us at 9:15 because we were supposed to have the intros done, and that didn't happen. But first, let's introduce ourselves. So for the second time, I'm Scott, and with me is...
Emily.
Blake?
Justin. Kevin.
Jessi.
Mike.
Nicole.
And Andrew.
And we all promise never to disagree with Scott again so he doesn't mute us.
I didn't mute anybody. I didn't mute anybody at all. Okay, so we're going to go with the season 2 show here in a bit. But first, we did have somebody join us, reach out to us and ask if they can join us. And I'm going to bring him on right now. He's been waiting in the waiting room, so hopefully he's here. Hopefully. Hey, Chris. He's checking his audio. He's getting his audio connected. It's working. Oh, it says no. There it goes. Hi, Chris. How are you? Oh, he's still trying to connect his audio.
There we go.
There we go.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hey.
Good
So,
to see you.
sorry you've been waiting in the waiting room for 10 minutes. If you were watching on YouTube, you saw that we couldn't figure our shit out. But here we are. We're back. So, Chris, if you have been watching the podcast for a while, we did a bonus episode interviewing Chris, who is the lead writer of Claudia Christian's Dark Legacies. And so Chris reached out and said he wanted to chat with everybody tonight. So I invited him over, and I'm going to toss it over to you, Chris. Have fun.
Hey, everybody. So I'm the co-creator, lead writer of Dark Legacies. I'm not sure if anybody really knows what that is at the moment. We had our first issue came out a couple of weeks ago, really, after a successful Kickstarter. So it's a brand new science fiction universe that Claudia and I came up with. And we've got all the cast of Babylon 5 portrayed in it, their likenesses. We've been working with them on creating their characters. And we've also got some cast members from Star Trek as well, and other science fiction shows who have joined us. So the big news today is that the artist for Dark Legacies going forward is none other than the legendary Glenn Fabry. So if anybody knows who Glenn is, Glenn's somebody who's worked for DC and Marvel for a prolonged period of time, mostly known for the Preacher series. He worked on the Preacher series with Garth Ennis, but he's a legend in comic book terms. So it's great to have him on board. And so our Kickstarter for issue 2 starts on Friday. So if you want to come along and join us, we're going to drop a link in, and you'll get to see Claudia and ask questions to Claudia and find out a little bit more about issue 2. I can tell you that Peter Jersik's in issue 2. I know you've had Peter on your podcast a couple of months ago. So yeah, he's playing a particularly interesting character. Peter and I crafted him as a suave intergalactic hitman. So he's never been a suave intergalactic hitman. So I thought, why not? Let's do that.
Well, Chris, that's great news. We're really excited. You know, we have been following you guys from the beginning, and with your Kickstarter for comic 1, and I just gotta say, it's been really a joy to just watch all of you work to get this new universe going, and also involving the fans in the process too. I mean, you've got a great community going on Facebook and other places as well too, and obviously this is all done through Kickstarter, at least so far. So I think it's just been really fun to kind of watch this thing build. And I know you've got some other stuff up your sleeve that you probably don't want to talk about, but I've heard some stuff and I'm excited. So this is really fun and awesome.
Yeah, we've got some audio dramas coming out from a company that does Doctor Who audios. We do have a Doctor Who crossover. I have to say, Worlds of Doctor Who crossover with Dark Legacies. So there you go. There's a bit of an exclusive for you guys. And there is a Worlds of Doctor Who and Dark Legacies animated crossover as well. I'm not sure when it's coming, but the team's been working on it. And I've seen footage from the first 5 or 6 minutes were actually broadcast in Boston Sci-Fi Film Con this year. So there's a lot of stuff coming. There's games as well. We're working with Iconic Studios to bring some tabletop games, hopefully by round about Q1 next year. So yeah, lots of stuff happening, lots of stuff in the works.
I just saw Justin do like a little giddy dance when you said tabletop games. Justin is our resident tabletop game nerd, so we're going to have to get him to try that sucker out when it goes live.
Absolutely.
Sure, we'll get a copy sent to you. We do have the minute we're working on a sort of a prequel to Dark Legacies. It's a bit of a cyberpunk RPG. So it sort of tells the story going up into where the comic books are.
So, Chris, we got a couple of questions coming in the chat if you want to answer them real quick. So first one,
sure.
Kevin says, Chris, what is the premises of Dark Legacies?
It's set after the Earth has come out of a dystopian governmental system. We've learned the mistakes of our past, and we're looking towards the future with a renewed sense of hope. Now, there's always shadowy forces that are trying to drag us back in to the sort of dystopian, totalitarian times. And Claudia's character, Major Jessica Steele, she's dealing with the dark legacies of humanity's past, but also the dark legacies of her own past. You find out in issue 1, and spoiler alert, that her sister, played by Pat Talman, actually murdered her entire family, and on the orders of the previous government. And you find out a little bit more about that in issue 2 when Pat's character and Claudia's character face off, and you'll see that in the Grey 17 wall, the front cover of that. So yeah, that's kind of the premise. I don't want to give too much away, but all the principal cast of Babylon 5, they've got character parts in it, and they're actively crafting their character parts with Claudia and myself.
And the other one was, and this one I don't know if you're going to answer or not, but Jacob asked, how many issues are you planning?
As many as we can get out. It's initially a four issue arc, so we've got 2 arcs of 4 issues each. So yeah, the minute we're on Kickstarter, I'm not sure if that's always going to be the case, but Kickstarter is a great way to obviously crowdfund and to gauge interest in the comic. If you would be interested in seeing a possible television series with this in it, it's always good to support the Kickstarter because it gives us a little bit more ammunition that we can pass to the executives who are looking at this at the minute.
Yeah, and I want to highlight that again. I just said to Chris and the gang, Claudia as well, and the reason why we got to interview Claudia is because of Chris and his work with her. So we really do appreciate that as well. But Chris and his team have been really working hard to get this universe going and to keep the fans involved. So if you can, absolutely help them out when the Kickstarter goes live. And Chris, remind them again when Kickstarter for issue 2 goes live.
Yes, this Friday. We're going to run it for a month. We're going to start, showing off little bits of artwork throughout the campaign by Glenn. And we're going to have all our little treats, so we're going to have variant covers. She'll have a variant cover with Bruce, you'll have a variant cover with Peter, and maybe an extra special variant cover in there. I'm not allowed to disclose. And we'll have lots of nice things you can pledge for issue 2, and we really do appreciate all the help and support of the fans. It's really important to us. When Claudia came to me and asked me, could we create something possibly for television? I thought that we would, rather than just create something for television, that we would go to various media. We would look at comic books, we would look at the games, and just really branch out and try and give fans as much as we possibly can in different media.
Well, and it's obvious that you really do love what you're doing here. And as we've discussed, Chris, I know you do not sleep at all. So I don't even know what time it is you're calling in from here, because you're across the pond.
My other incarnation, I'm well known for the Dracula stuff and Stokerverse stuff, and that's always been the joke. I don't sleep, I work at night. I am actually allergic to garlic, but I have been taken out in the sun. So there you go. But listen, Scott and gang, thanks very much for having me on. I really appreciate it, and we'll get something arranged so that you can hear more, perhaps from Claudia.
Well, we appreciate it, Chris. It's been wonderful working with you, buddy. I'm continuing to look forward to what you got next, because every time you message me, you're like, hey, you can't say anything, but look at this. I'm like, oh, really? Cool.
Yeah,
so it's great.
I suppose we can mention the Musketeers thing slightly. So I was asked to write for Three Musketeers versus Cthulhu, which was a bit of a fun anthology. And Claudia loves sort of historical fiction, and she loves the Cthulhu mythos. So we wrote a short story, and it became very popular. We have a comic book in that coming out where Claudia plays the part of Lady de Winter. And we have an RPG coming out next month, Three Musketeers versus Cthulhu RPG coming out. And so that's an interesting little side project Claudia and I are doing as well.
Awesome.
Again, I'll do my little squeal for that as well.
Well, Chris, thanks for hopping on. We really appreciate it. And again, if you ever need anything from us, buddy, we're happy to help out, because this is it's been wonderful watching you grow this thing, and we're looking forward to see what's next.
Right, guys. Catch you later.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Man, that's awesome. The news today about about Glenn Fabry joining that project is so cool, because I'm a huge fan of the Preacher comics.
Yes.
Now, he did some work on Batman too, so that's really
in
cool
Judge Dredd.
Yeah, I have a lot of his Batman issues, so that's super exciting.
Dude gets around. So I will put a link to the Kickstarter as soon as it goes live here on the YouTube, as well as on the audio podcast as well too. And we'll put it up on our Twitter, Facebook, and all that. I do want to point out, that was not a paid sponsorship. Chris, Chris is not a sponsor of us and so forth. We just love working with the guy. So when he said he wanted to come on board and say something, we were all about having him come on. So we really appreciate what they're doing. And it's just been fun to work with those guys as well too. So we are a little bit delayed, but we're just going to keep rolling on. Now, I had started this before when the audio wasn't working, and I'll start it again. So as you can see here, we've got the full house, or I guess it's the Brady Bunch of 9 people on the screen. But we've had a lot of folks asking where the 10th person is. So he does have a video that John has sent along for everybody, and I'm going to go ahead and pull that sucker up now and have John speak for himself.
Hey, Gray 17 friends and family, it's your boy, the original Chuckle Nugget, coming at you with a little message here, since quite a few of you have been asking in the comments over the videos or on the Facebook group, or some of you even reached out to me personally, trying to see what's going on, where I've been, what's happening. So I wanted to come on and tell you directly from me what's been going on and what's going on in the future. So first, let me just say, and I know it's been said a billion times, but you just can't really overstress it, how incredible this has been so far. When we first got together and started doing this, I thought maybe 20 of our friends and family might listen to us talk about a 30-year-old sci-fi show. And the fact that it's grown into all of you and what it's become is literally mind-blowing. And it's especially fantastic for me because, you've all been so welcoming to this amazing little corner of sci-fi fandom. It's not a a shocker that I was not a fan of the show, I'd say in the beginning. I think if you listen to our first couple of episodes, I think it's pretty clear. But because you all gave me a shot and let me keep going and lots of just wait, I got to experience, what that meant and how awesome it's become. And because of that, I'm a certified Babylon 5 fan. It's also no secret who my favorite character is. Picked up this little gem recently. It's amazing. So it's been fantastic, and it's been an incredible show and an incredible run. However, this group of co-hosts, this 10 of us that we've been friends for so long, it's like a family. And like any family, sometimes it has its ups and downs, its peaks and valleys. Sometimes people don't get along, or sometimes, people rub people the wrong way or get on each other's nerves, and it happens, and it's fine. But sometimes that means, it's best to just kind of take a step back, have a breather and relax, and then, move forward. And that's what's happening here. So I am going to take a step back from the show. Obviously, I haven't been on the last few episodes. I don't know if it's permanent. I don't know if it'll be for good. So I don't know if this is goodbye. Hopefully it's more of a see you later. I will say straight from the front, there's no acrimony between any of us on the cast. There's no hatred. It's nothing scandalous or crazy like that. I wish nothing but the best for all of them, both with this show and without the show. We're still going to be friends. Well, I'm still their biggest fans. I have been listening and following along. I've been watching every episode every week, along with the rest of the newbies, because I don't want to go too far ahead. Again, just in case things change. But I am fine. Those of you that asked if anything was going on, now I'm good. It's just we're going to take a break for a bit. There's still a couple of getting to know you episodes that should be coming out here soon, which is great. That was a blast to do. And like I said, maybe in the future, maybe things will change, and maybe your boy will come back and we can discuss Londo and the crazy arc that is happening with this show. But I wanted you to hear from me. So if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to reach out to me, either through the Facebook group or whatever. But just know that I love all you guys. I love this show, both Babylon 5 and Grey 17. I hope nothing but the best. Please keep watching. Please keep subscribing. Tell all your friends. This is the best B5 content you get out there, especially now with an animated movie. This is insane. Unfortunately, I won't be able to watch it. Thanks. But thank you for all the support you've given so far. I'll speak for myself personally now. It's been quite a journey so far. Again, I'll say those of you that have stuck with me, right, that weren't quick to be like, screw this jackass who just hates on this show, this thing I love, give them time. And you were right. It's been amazing. So thank you for that. Thank you for allowing me to share this little space with you. And like I said, hopefully it's not goodbye, but just see you later. So from, again, the original Chuckle Nugget, hashtag Team Londo forever. Thanks.
Thank you, John, for that message. And yeah, we've told John several times too that he is welcome to come back whenever he is ready to defend Londo. So I'm seeing a lot of hearts in the chat, so that's great. Thank you so much for that. And we're going to roll on here. Our next thing we have is our season 2 recap in terms of what the newbies have to say of their now final impressions of season 2. Now we've gone through the entire season. And I know if you watch some other Babylon 5 podcast shows, some folks weren't as big on season 2 as I thought they would be. So let's see what the newbies over here have to say. Let's go to Emily first. Your final impressions on season 2.
This season made me very angry. I was angry at Londo for pretty much everything he did. Angry at Kosh for the entire Jack the Ripper torturing of Delin. And a little bit angry that we are now 2 seasons in and I still have more questions than I have answers. But
you've only got 3 more seasons to go, so get angry.
But all that being said, I did really enjoy the season, even if it did make me angry on a fairly weekly basis.
We'll go to Justin next.
I mean, I guess I said it during several episodes, but my tagline for this season is shit escalates. And I honestly, it's, Kosh became forever and dear to my heart. And I got to be completely dumbass ridiculed, but then at the same time proven right about the nature of the Vorlons, or at least the nature of Kosh. And then also, I really just, very much enjoyed the kind of some of the dark political intrigue that's starting to creep up within this season. So, definitely, I rated a good solid A minus. Looking forward to season 3 and seeing where that takes us.
Jessi.
So season 2 made me a fan. You guys all know how much I kicked and screamed through the first season. So season 2 really did exactly what everybody said it was gonna, and I enjoyed it. And actually, there was only like maybe 1 or 2 episodes that I didn't like. The rest of them just really kind of furthered the whole thing for me. So I enjoyed it.
And I'm going to skip over Andrew real quick because, Nicole, you had somebody in the chat just say that they love that the creepy spider murder ships proved to be an accurate description. So, Nicole, go ahead and give your final impressions.
Yes, I did something right. I really liked season 2. I do think, yes, like Justin said, shit escalates in this season. What I liked about it was, season 1, like we've discussed, is kind of like got off to a bumpy start, but season 2 from the get-go, you've already seen so many improvements along the way, which is the quality, the graphics, the music, things like that. And then the story and the storyline has just gotten so much more intense. There was a lot of questions that were answered for us. Obviously, they just created more questions down the road, but I like that. Like JMS gives us a little bit and then gives us a little more to think about, and then gives us a little bit and answers a little bit and then gives us more. There was a lot of great episodes, I think, in this season. And I think, if anything, it just made me even more hyped for the rest of the series. So I really liked it. And yeah, there was some things that pissed me off as well. I'm with Emily on that. But, there's always going to be something that pisses you off, right? But yeah, I thought it was great. And I just, from what we've already kind of talked about and seen so far, I just have a feeling, like you guys have said, it's just going to keep getting better and better.
And speaking of people who are just going to piss you off sometimes, Nicole, let's go to Andrew, or should I call you Beanpole?
People aren't in our group chats. They don't know what that means.
Not yet.
People in our group chat doesn't know what that means either, Andrew, so we're good.
Okay, fair enough. I haven't given the backstory. Anyway, yeah, so definitely liked it a lot more than the first season. It was like a lot more consistent with its quality. There were definitely some not so good episodes, but comparatively, it was definitely a lot better. Probably one thing I did not expect was kind of the role reversal between what are their names? Londo and Jakar. Where like Londo in the beginning, Londo was kind of like he was good guy and Jakar was the bad guy, but now it's like like you can't stand Londo anymore. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
And then we'll go over to our first ones who have watched every episode of the show, and we'll start with Kevin. Kevin, last impressions of season 2 until you rewatch it for the 5 millionth time.
Well, season 2 is a solid season. I've made no secret of the fact that season 3 is my favorite, so I'm really looking forward to what's coming up very soon. But season 2 really digs in and has the upgrade of Bruce Boxleitner, and so there's quite a bit of stuff that the newbies can see now, which is good as far as screen captures and whatnot. So it is definitely a more solid season overall, and there's less clunker episodes. So this has been a really fun ride, and I'm really looking forward to talking about season 3 as well, coming soon.
Mike.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Kevin on this one. Season 1 had some pretty great bottle episodes, and it's great for introducing the concept of the show. But it really, in season 2, the whole thing just picks up its pace. You know, it puts the pedal down, and you get a lot of building on storylines. Some of the stuff that interests me less kind of goes by the wayside a little bit, and lots of world building, which is what I really get into. So I love it. I'm super excited for season 3. Season 3 is my favorite. So pretty pumped to move on to what's next.
Blake.
So much like Kevin and Mike, season 3 is by far my favorite, but I love this season because you start to get those scenes with Londo and with Jakar, and you see the acting ability and what these two can do, especially when you put them in a scene together. I think some of the best scenes in season 2, and I'll say the series in general, are when you put those two together in a scene. And this really starts that and starts developing that relationship between those two characters in a dynamic that I don't think we really got in season 1. I think season 1, they were the two that hated each other, but here you really start to see that interaction and the dynamic of the two together. So I like this season a lot.
So for my impression, the first thing I have to say, and everyone on the show will agree with this, I'm an idiot. So I'm going to start with that. And something happened a few days ago that confirms that, but also is something, I think it's the coolest thing that's happened so far. So for my impression, I'm just going to show this for a second. So this is a tweet from J. Michael Straczynski himself, JMS, saying, and by the way, Scott, you keep saying on your podcast that I'm in my mid-70s, and I'm not. Grr. So first off, may I say that JMS was born on July 17th, 1954. He is 68 and spry. And I'm so sorry, JMS, that I didn't look up your birthday when I started talking on this podcast. So I am an idiot, and I will take that and run with it as I always do. But I think the most important thing is JMS listens to this show. Holy shit!
Hell yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, at least he did.
But then, Scott, the whole world knows what we've known for a couple of decades.
Yes, it's the way it goes. But I mean,
and we have invited JMS on anytime he wants to point out anything and everything Scott is wrong about.
It will be an hour and a half to 5 hour show.
But don't let him watch Divided Loyalties, because I'll be in trouble too.
Yeah, I was defending JMS on that one, Kevin, so you can be the asshole on that one.
Yeah, a little bit.
But that's my impression of season 1 and season 2 so far. Is just this has been such a wild frickin' ride. When we all started this thing, we knew that there was talks of a reboot, and I mentioned that, like, hey, maybe there'll be a reboot sometime down the road. We never thought that we would have an animated film in the can coming out this summer that at least some of us are going to be able to watch. We'll see if the newbies can watch it or not. And I never thought that we would be to a point. Yeah, I know, Andrew. Whee! I never thought we would get to a point that the creator of the show would know that I'm an idiot by listening to the show. And I want to, if JMS is still listening, why, I don't know. But if he is, sir, I want to thank you for He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, She-Ra, Princess of Power, Captain Power, Ghostbusters, The Real Ghostbusters, and everything else you've done since then. This dude literally has made my childhood from the early 80s. I mean, I'm a little bit of a Ghostbuster freak. So just from Real Ghostbusters on, dude, JMS has been amazing. And the fact that he potentially is listening to this and, yelling at us all makes me very happy. So, guys,
Scott,
go ahead.
I'm going to do another point. Everything that JMS contributed with those, but the other one I'm going to mention is he did work on Sense8 on Netflix with Wachowski.
Yes.
And that show for visibility for the LGBTQ SIA plus community across the entire spectrum. His work on that and for visibility was tremendous.
Yep. I was just doing the 80s stuff, just throwing it out there.
I just want to throw that one out there.
Because now JMS is going to be mad at me because I ignored his portfolio from 1989 on. But That's not what I was doing. But yeah, I completely agree with that. Sense8 is a great show. He had so much stuff going on. I still say there's, and I've posted on our Twitter before, there is one spread from a Superman comic book that is like the quintessential for me Superman. It's where he's talking to somebody who's about to jump off a building, and it's JMS in a nutshell, and it's Superman in a nutshell. He's an amazing writer. So one of the things we're going to do here is we're going to dive in to our episode tournament, because it's one thing just to say, hey guys, tell me what your favorite episodes were of season 2. It's more important that I think we fight over it and we hate each other over what our favorite episodes are. So we're going to go ahead and dive into the tournament. Now, if you're a Twitter follower of us, and if you're not, you should click on the link below. We have already done the fan vote, and we have the entire tournament completed. Now, most of the newbies, if they're not on Twitter, haven't seen that vote, so they don't know what the fans voted on. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through here, and we're going to have our folks go ahead and do their bracket, and then we'll see how close they came to the real bracket. Now, with this, how this is going to work is a couple different ways. First and foremost, what our guys are going to do is they're going to go through each round, and they are going to pick their one that they feel should move forward in that round. Then what will happen is we will tally the votes, and that will be the one that moves forward. However, every one of our folks, and they really screwed this up last time because they got rid of their vetoes like in the first round. Every one of our guys are going to have one veto. What that means is they're going to get 2 votes in that round as opposed to 1. So if it's a tie or if it's teetering, they can go ahead and do a vote, a veto vote to add another one in there. They only can do it once in the entire tournament. And if we're still at a tie, we will go to the chat and have the folks watching at home break the tie for us. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the bracket. And on this bracket, just so you know, how I got this from the ranking of number 1 down to number 22 is I used the P5 score from Lurker's Guide. So these are as voted on by fans back in the 90s, as long as they were taking the P5 score. And so that is why, as you can see here, and I'll share it with the folks on the Zoom in a second, The Coming of Shadows was ranked number 1 in P5 score. And then if we move our way down, we will see that in rank number 22 was Knives. I don't necessarily agree with that, but it is what it is. So let me go ahead and let our host see this screen, because that would be helpful, wouldn't it? There we go. You guys can see that now. So here is our bracket. And what we have is we have first, oh, and my goodness, Sean, you are freaking amazing. Sean just donated $10 to the show. Thank you so much, Sean.
Oh, thanks, Sean.
Sean says,
you.
and I'll pull it up when we get to the Zoom again, because I can't pull it up here right now, but Sean says, former Babylon 5 I'm assuming it's customizable card game, Utah rep here. That game was the first customizable card game to use actual screenshots on the cards, which created an entirely new era of discussion. Cost changed the way I think about profound things. Sean, thank you so much, man. That's really appreciated. Okay, so let's get into this, guys. We have the buy-in round first. These are the ones who are struggling to get in to the first round. And what we have first here is the Geometry of Shadows at number 17 versus There All the Honor Lies. So I'm going to go through our folks, and you just tell me what your vote is. So, Blake, what would you go with, Geometry or There All Honor Lies?
I'm going to go with There All Honor Lies.
Wow, against Geometry of Shadows. Got it. Let's go to Kevin.
Oh God, that's so tough. But I gotta go with There All the Honor Lies,
Okay.
narrowly.
Mike. And the fun thing is going to be figuring out who remembers these episode titles.
I'm looking at my notes now to jog my memory.
I think I'm actually going to go with There All the Honor Lies also.
Okay. And we'll go over to the newbies now. Jessi.
I'm going to go with Honor Lies.
Nicole.
They're all the honor lies.
Justin.
I'm just going to fight the system and say Geometry of Shadows.
You fight the power, man.
It has Michael and Sarah in it. So good.
Andrew.
I'm not finding the notes on those. What were the
Geometry of Shadows?
That's
is
the Techno
Mages.
Mage. Yep, Techno Mages.
Oh, okay.
Also,
Yeah.
also
Share the
green
Honor
versus
Lies is Sheridan is accused of killing a Minbari.
Because he was dumb and thought the gun was just sitting there for no apparent reason.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with They're All Honor Lies.
Okay. So that is 7. Who am I missing? Who haven't I called on?
Me.
Emily.
Emily, what do you got?
I'm gonna have to go with They're All the Honor Lies as well.
Justin, I'm actually with you, buddy, and it doesn't matter. But I vote Geometry of Shadows. I always love the Techno Mages, but we lose.
That was a fun episode.
So They're All Honor Lies is going to move into the first round going against the big dog, The Coming of Shadows. But we'll get there in a moment. Next round, A Distant Star. For those forgetting, this is the one with the Explorer-class ship. And A Spider in the Web is Bureau 13. So let's go with, and I don't have the guys in front of me, so I'm just hoping I call everybody. Let's go with Emily.
Let's go with A Spider in the Web.
Justin.
A Spider in the Web for sure.
Yeah,
you know I like my
you're
tinfoil
big
hat
on Bureau
shit.
13, yeah. And then Nicole.
A Spider in the Web, no doubt.
Jessi.
Spider in the Web, and I just want to send a shout out to Mega, who just gave us some more money.
Yes. Mega votes $10 for the Techno Mages.
Thanks, Mega.
That's good. That's good.
Nicole.
I already voted.
Oh, you already voted. See, I don't have you guys in front of me. This is hard. I need a third screen. So all your donations will go to buy Scott a monitor. No, it's not true.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Mike.
You know, there is something simple
Star.
where you can just write down our names.
Yeah, but I didn't do that. Now I don't have a pen in front.
Wow.
Hold on, I have a colored pencil. My kids left a colored pencil. We got this. We got
What
this.
I'm wondering is he's known us for 20 goddamn years and can't keep us straight.
Right.
Mike, would you vote?
I said A Distant Star.
Thank you. Andrew, vote.
Distant Star.
Distant Star for Andrew. Got it. Blake.
Distant Star.
Ooh, it's getting crazy over
I
here.
know. And we
Getting
got
spicy.
who hasn't voted because I didn't write your names
Kevin.
down yet. Kevin, what do you got?
I gotta go with Spider in the Web.
Oh, you weren't gonna make it fun, were you?
Sorry.
Well, I wasn't gonna either because I'm gonna say A Spider in the Web as well. Distant Star is one of the slowest burn episodes.
So
ever.
wrong.
I like A Distant Star more than others, but not more than Spider in
I
the
just
Web.
don't care about telepath stuff. I just
Yeah, you've said that a couple times, especially in
I know.
when on the newbies listen to Beyond the Rim 2 years from now. Mike is not a telepath guy. Okay, so Spider Web moves on to face divided loyalties, which is ironic. So we'll get to that one in a bit. We're now moving into number 13, Acts of Sacrifice, and 20, Gropos. So let's go with Emily.
Acts of Sacrifice.
Okay. Andrew.
Acts of Sacrifice.
Nicole.
Acts of Sacrifice.
Kevin.
Acts of Sacrifice.
I'm seeing a pattern. Mike.
Acts of Sacrifice.
Blake.
Acts of Sacrifice by unanimous consent.
No, you can't do that, sir. No parliamentary procedure here.
Damn.
Sorry.
Dang it.
That leaves Justin.
Gropos, because Dodger can't dodge.
Wah, wah, wah.
Damn.
Jessi.
At the airlock with you.
Literally anything other than Gropos, and shout out to Melissa for giving us the money.
She gave us $6.96.
Yes, she did.
Love it.
Melissa's also one of our original Grey Council members, a
Yes, she
producer.
is.
Thank you,
Look at
Melissa,
producing.
so much.
It is.
Okay,
Thanks, Melissa.
so you know what? I'm going to vote for Gropos because I actually think it's a really fun episode that people don't like too much, unfortunately. But I'm also going to vote for it because I was watching it while on the treadmill at my gym, and that awkward not sex scene between Dodger and Garibaldi when people are walking by you while you're on the treadmill is just weird. And so I got to vote for it. So
it's the name. Oh, it gets me the name, the groping. That's what I think of as groping.
Gropos.
Sorry.
Mega says Gropos shows the true cost of in the face of war. So underrated. And
there really was some merit to that episode. But...
Gigasaurus says Gropos is an episode that I remembered being better than it was. And then Jedrin says Gropos, Garibaldi's scene was less cringe than Ivanova's scene. I don't know about that one. We'll get there. Okay, so let's keep on moving. The Long Dark versus Points of Departure.
Can we get a brief synopsis of those two?
Points of Departure is the first episode of the season introducing Sheridan.
And oranges. Don't forget the oranges.
And But the Long Dark, which one was that about?
Long Dark is the sleeper ship and the Franklin stuff with his patient.
Come on, which one did you like better?
The creeper one.
Okay, judging by the cringe, I know where this is going to go. But Jessi, your vote.
Oh, Points of Departure, please.
Justin.
Points of Departure for sure.
Mike.
Oh,
I guess I could do it.
I'm trying to remember here. The Long Dark also had what was the guest star's name?
Dwight Schultz, wasn't it?
Yeah, there we go.
Schultz.
I'm giving it to the Long Dark.
Blake.
I'm gonna go with Long Dark.
Every time you guys say this, I hear lawn dart. I'm gonna go with the lawn dart. Kevin.
I am definitely going with Points of Departure.
I just realized there's a plus and minus button because I'm stupid, so I'm now don't have to do that. Nicole.
I got to go with Points of Departure. It was like kicking off the season.
Andrew.
Long Dark.
Of course you did.
Emily.
Long Dark.
The Long Dark.
Uh-oh. I'm the tiebreaker.
Kidding.
Oh, this one's rough, guys, because I actually like both these episodes, but... What, Mike?
No, go ahead.
Let's see. Megan says Long Dark because I grew up watching the Cosby Show. Jesus.
Oh,
wow.
Oh shit.
Oh wow.
I love your sense of humor, but oh shit.
I'm gonna go ahead and vote for Points of Departure because it introduces Sheridan and it just really kicks off the season. What I love also about Points of Departure is it's a place where you can start the show, and if you haven't watched season 1, Lanier's going to tell you all about it, so you're fine. So I'm going to go Points of Departure, and that's going to move forward. So it's going to go against the Fall of Night.
Does anybody want a veto to beat Scott?
Oh, you could? Yeah, you guys could waste your veto in the first round again, like you did last time.
Nope.
Okay. Hunter Prey versus Knives. Kevin, you're going to vote for Knives, right?
Oh, hold on. Which one's Hunter Prey?
I will stab every single one of you. Why are you
The doctor?
thinking about this?
Hunter Prey is where Garibaldi goes undercover.
Okay. I'm going with Knives.
You say it was like your favorite episode, so I knew you were going to pick Knives. Emily.
Hunter Prey because we don't stab our friends in the dick.
Andrew.
Wow.
I feel like pissing everyone off. Knives.
Thank you, Andrew.
Because Andrew does stab his friends in the dick. Nicole.
That's what true friends do. If you're not stabbing your friends in the dicks, what are you even doing?
Damn. I got to go with Hunter Prey.
Okay. Mike.
Knives all day.
You guys have terrible taste.
Blake.
Hunter Prey.
Justin.
Love you, Jessi, but Knives.
Yes.
Jessi.
Hunter Prey, you fucking weirdos.
Okay, so I'm the tiebreaker again. Jessi, tell me why I shouldn't vote for Knives.
Because Knives sucked ass. It was the worst fucking episode I've seen since literally what was the one?
Fighting one?
The ship.
Yeah, TKO. I
That was
would
a
rather
great
watch
episode.
TKO over fucking Knives.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
listen.
actually, Mike did really love that episode.
I
So that
did.
makes sense.
Here's the thing. Yum Yum says it best. Knives had Londo. Hunter Prey did not. So knives.
Mhm.
Damn, you
Mhm.
guys suck.
Yeah.
Unless anyone wants to use their veto, that's it.
Kumite.
No, I did
Kumite.
that last time and I
Kumite.
got screwed. I'm
Okay,
not doing
okay.
that this time.
So
Not a
last
hill that Jessi wants to die on.
last one in the play-in round, we have Confessions and Lamentations versus Soulmates. Soulmates were Londo's lovers come.
Wives.
Yep. And then Confessions and Lamentations. Anyone want to give a synopsis on that sucker?
Yeah, that's
Mark Cab go
Hang on,
bye bye.
hang on.
Yeah.
Yes. The Mark Cab go
Mark
bye-bye.
have go
Very
bye
good,
bye.
Blake.
Let's
That
go
was
with
good.
Kevin
Soulmates.
and Andrew.
Confessions.
Emily.
You're wrong. Soulmates.
You're
Nicole.
wrong.
Confessions and Lamentations, I'm right.
Mike.
Confessions and Lamentations.
Oh my God! Why do you
Blake.
guys
Face
like
is wrong.
downer episodes?
Why are we friends?
Blake.
Fuck if I know why we're friends, but Confessions and Lamentations.
Oh
Yeah,
Jesus
buddy.
H.
Justin.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't love a good genocide? Confessions and Lamentations.
Jessi.
Well, when you word it that way,
I'm going with Soulmates.
That's
My vote doesn't matter here, but Confessions and Lamentations is one of those episodes where B5 says, I ain't Star Trek. And I love it for it because it doesn't give you a happy ending at the end. And I do love Star Trek, but Confessions is a great show.
I mean, you have massive socio-political commentary, or you have Delenn has a bad hair day.
Soulmates is a way more fun episode.
It is a fun episode, but it's more like, it's just a normal run of the mill where Confessions and Lamentations kicks you in the balls.
Yeah.
That's some dark shit. So
It
that's
is
why I like
dark
that
shit,
episode.
yeah.
Giga says, I assume the Markabs were just created for that episode. Nope, Markabs were around in season 1. You saw the Markabs all over the place. That's the thing with this show is when you do a rewatch, there's stuff that hits you harder. Okay, let's go into the first main round, and we have the big dog, number 1 seed, Coming of Shadows, versus 16, They're All Honor Lies. Let's go with Jessi.
Coming of Shadows.
And we just got another $5 donation from Jacob, who says Soulmates for Timov, which is vomit backwards.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Jacob. Thank you, Jacob. Okay.
I like Jacob a lot.
Well,
Yeah.
Justin, what episode do you like the most?
Shadows.
This is going to be a hard one, isn't it, guys? Blake,
Yeah.
I mean, Coming of Shadows. How
Mike,
can this show not like the episode with coming in the title? I mean, it just goes with
Oh,
Ba-dum-bum. Bum-bum.
Mike,
That's why we're friends.
Me, Coming of Shadows for sure.
Kevin,
Coming of Shadows.
Nicole,
I feel like it's a no-brainer. Coming of Shadows.
Andrew.
coming.
I'm coming.
You do. Yeah, you do.
Shadows.
Emily.
Shadows.
And
That's why Andrew has
I
to
will
keep his
do
walls white.
I will do the first unanimous vote of the night with the Coming of Shadows with 9.
Everybody
Alright.
likes announcement porn.
I'm really glad you guys missed my snort laugh because
Oh
everyone else
no,
was laughing.
we heard it. We just ignored it.
Oh, thank God.
Not the first time.
Mike in the chat just said Markab spelled backward is Mark Smacram. Thank you, Mike. This is a hard hitting journalism you expect from the Grey 17 folks.
Yeah.
And Steven just had his mind blown. Wait, Timov is vomit backwards? Yes. Yes, it is.
I mean, I agree. I agree.
I
Okay,
never
moving
noticed
right
that.
along. We've got
Oh,
number 9, A Race Through Dark Places versus number 8, Revelations. And let's go with Nicole.
Oof. I think I'm gonna go with Revelations.
And Kevin.
Skip me.
What? Mike?
I'm gonna say A Race Through Dark Places.
Yeah, okay. And Blake?
Race.
Did I fuck up?
No. Did you?
Okay.
Not yet.
that's something Nicole asks a lot. Justin.
What the fuck were these episodes about?
Race Through Dark Places was when what's his name?
The Underground Railroad.
Bester.
Underground
Chekhov came back.
Railroad.
Yeah.
Chekhov
Underground
came
Railroad.
back.
Okay.
And
That's fair.
Revelations is Jakar tells of a new terrible enemy and Sheridan's sister.
Yep. Which you guys didn't
Race
like that
to Dark.
episode, but it's a good episode.
Yeah,
Race through dark places.
you know how much I don't really care about the telepath stuff, but like Bester.
Yeah,
I mean,
it had best.
even I voted for this episode because Bester.
The
Right.
folks in the chat are still talking about vomit. It's not going to end.
There
Jess-
are kind of people. There's
Jessi.
good people in our chat.
Dark Places.
Kevin, can you vote now?
Race.
Thank you.
Jesus.
Andrew
Correct.
Race.
and
Damn, I'm outnumbered.
Emily
Race Through Dark Places.
and Nicole. You done fucked up because I'm voting
That's
for
okay.
Race Through Dark Places too. Revelations, I actually like it more than you guys did, but that's actually another one you guys recorded without me because I was away in DC. So here we go.
I think I got it confused with something else. That's why I voted for it. I just
Oh.
looked back at my notes and I was like, shit, but that's okay. It lost anyways.
Here is the Control mashup. We've got a spider in the web at 12, where we hear about Bureau 13 and the sleeper agent for the first time. And then 5, Divided Loyalties, where, spoilers, the sleeper agent is Talia. Which one are you guys going to vote for? Emily.
I still like Spider in the Web better.
Yum Yum just said, all of you just keep screaming race.
It's America after all.
God damn it.
Oh, Jesus.
Andrew.
Oh, that's funny. Oh no, not funny. Haha.
Hey, it wouldn't be one of our lives without it.
Mike, your vote? Or I'm sorry, Andrew.
Oh.
Yeah, I meant Andrew. Sorry. Go ahead, Andrew.
Divided Loyalties.
Okay. And now Mike.
Divided Loyalty.
Kevin.
Divided Loyalties.
Justin.
Spider in the Web.
I thought you might. Jessi.
Divided Loyalties.
Blake.
Divided Loyalties.
Nicole.
Divided Loyalties.
And I'm going to go with Divided Loyalties as well. Just a great acted episode. And of course, it's a game changer for a lot of things. Not for Talia because she wasn't really in it much, but for other things, it's a game changer.
Like your fantasies.
Alita's back.
So Divided Loyalties will move on, and we're going to find out against who, and that's going to be between number 13, Acts of Sacrifice, and number 4, In the Shadow of
This is a real
Zahadum.
question. Do we really need to vote on this?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we all
All those
know
in
Acts
favor
of
of In the Shadow.
Sacrifice.
Now I will actually accept an acclamation. Is anyone against an acclamation vote here?
No.
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 9 votes for
No.
In the Shadows of Zahadum.
I vote for Acts of Sacrifice.
Oh,
but
you
okay.
dick.
That's
I'm going to
awesome.
do that.
Both.
I'm adding your 1 vote just because you're a
Because-
dick. There you go.
Does Shadows of Zahadum have Ivanova's not sex scene? That's what I thought.
Wow.
So you voted for the episode you
So-
could jerk off to.
Yes, Shannon in the chat is asking for synopsis. Is Acts of Sacrifice is Ivanova has to work with the ambassador who wants to have sex with her, and in the Shadows of Zahadum, somebody else give me a better synopsis than I can give because
Hang on.
oh, for God's
No.
sakes, you all voted for it.
Well, no, that's the one where Sheridan's wife disappeared on the plane, and we get a little back history on Morden.
He
It's
a Morden
discovers that
episode.
Morden was on his wife's ship.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he goes all like Ahab going after Morton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I do have IMDb up because I don't remember these either.
Yeah,
my God.
I do. I've got Lurker up.
Okay, well here's the number 3, the season finale, which we just talked about, The Fall of Night, versus the season opener, Points of Departure.
Ooh.
Emily,
Night.
Andrew,
All the night.
and synopsis: this is the one where Kosh saves Sheridan. This is the one where Sheridan shows up. Nicole,
Fall of Night.
Not to get all mocking with people.
I'm not. It's Shannon. I can mock Shannon. She mocks me back. Kevin,
You
I work
leave
with Shannon. I
alone.
can do
I
that.
Fall
don't
of
remember
Night.
what I had for breakfast today. So
Fall of Night.
Mike,
Oh yeah. Jesus Christ. Fall of Night.
Blake,
All night.
I'm busy defending the people.
Justin. What about the people?
Fall of Night because fucking angels.
Yes. Justin will never let us live that one down. Jessi,
Fall of Night.
And I will finish up the acclamation vote at Fall of Night. So Fall of Night moves on, and now we're between Knives and Comes the Inquisitor. Knives, another Come episode. Yes, I know. So Knives, as we discussed, is Londo's duel. Comes the Inquisitor is our good friend Sebastian, better known as Jack, comes to figure out if Delin and Sheridan are worthy of the coming battle. So, Emily.
Knives.
Oh my God.
I know.
I'm losing my shit.
Yeah, Emily is just lost to me at this point. Andrew.
Knives.
You guys are
you
sick.
asshole.
Jesse, make
You
them
don't
make
fuck
them
with
right.
the
Jesse,
win,
make it right.
okay?
Get fucked. Comes the Inquisitor. God.
Justin.
Coming on the Inquisitor.
I don't get why you got
Oh my
Blake.
god.
Inquisitor.
Mike.
knives.
Yeah.
Kevin.
Inquisitor.
Nicole. You gonna tie this up?
Comes the Inquisitor.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And
I'm smart.
I'm so disappointed that I missed the full talk on this episode because it is my favorite episode of the season. Comes the Inquisitor, because I love it. I love bottle episodes and just episodes where you stick people together and they just bounce off each other. I love Sebastian. This is why I love the episode where Sheridan eats a sandwich, and that's a spoiler, so I'm going to leave it there. Ha ha ha. And we're going to vote for Comes the Inquisitor. Moving right along.
We could veto it, but
You
I
would only
would've
get
used
one
mine
extra
too,
vote, so it wouldn't matter.
no, yeah.
I guess it's not technically a veto, but yeah. Catherine Johnston says Jack all day. Catherine, really? Really?
With this group, you really want to make a comment like that?
Phrasing.
Phrasing.
Okay. And now for a word, the ISN episode versus All Alone in the Night.
Sheridan is kidnapped. Grey Council decides
Yes.
Delen's fate. General Haig.
Sheridan meets a Narn who has no name yet.
Rode through the desert on a Narn with no name.
Mike, vote.
Oh, me? Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. And now for a word.
Blake.
Alone.
Justin.
And now for a word.
Jesse.
All Alone in the Night.
Kevin.
All Alone in the Night.
Nicole.
And now for a word.
Oh, it's getting close. Andrew.
All Alone.
Emily.
All Alone.
You guys never make this fun. You should work for more ties. Be like the NBA and cheat.
Thank you, Yuri.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Yuri just gave
Yuri.
$4.99.
Nice.
Yuri.
Thank you.
Inquisitor is the second best bottle episode of the show. Yuri, I agree with you, and I know who you think these. I think what you think the best bottle episode is, and you are correct. And don't say it in the chat. Okay, and I'm gonna vote for All Alone the Night because I actually can't say why I'm gonna vote for this episode because it is a spoiler. But I vote for it for that reason, and those in the chat know what I'm talking about. Okay. And last one in this round, Confessions and Lamentations, bye-bye Markab, with The Long Twilight Struggle. Kevin, you've been given synopsises. What's The Long Twilight Struggle?
The Narn Centauri War reaches turning point. Sheridan is contacted by a powerful ally who offers assistance, which is, of course, Epsilon 3 and what's his name? Thrall.
Thrall. And he calls for Zathras, who will not answer. Okay. Jesse.
A Long Twilight Struggle.
Justin.
Dainsies.
Blake.
Long Twilight Struggle.
Mike.
Long Twilight Struggle.
Kevin.
Long Twilight Struggle.
Nicole.
Long Twilight Struggle.
Andrew.
Russians.
Figured.
Andrew's always got to be the different one.
Emily.
Struggle Bus.
Did you say struggle bus?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we all drive that bitch.
I'm going to give The Long Twilight Struggle another mass driver vote, and that gives it 8-1. It moves forward. We're now in the next round. We have The Coming of Shadows versus A Race Through Dark Places. Emily.
Oh. Shadows.
Andrew,
Shadows.
Nicole,
The Coming of Shadows.
Kevin,
Shadows.
Mike,
Shadows.
Blake,
Shadows.
Justin.
I'm going to be the rebel, and I'm going to say Erase the Dark Places.
You are a Bester Stan. Jessi,
Shadows.
what was that?
Shadows.
You're getting really quiet. I heard Shadows. I'm also going to vote for The Coming of Shadows.
Coming on Shadows. What?
Next up, we have Divided Loyalties versus In the Shadow of Zahadum. Emily,
In the shadow.
Jessi,
Shadow of Zahajun.
only the shadow knows. Kevin,
Shadow.
Mike,
Man, this is actually a really tough one. For
It
me.
is a tough one.
I think I'm gonna say Divided.
somebody says we need a three-way race between these. Well, actually, they said we need a three-way between this and Mind War. Andrew,
Divided Loyalties.
Nicole,
Yeah, this is a tough one, but I got to go with the In the Shadow of Zahadum.
Blake,
Divided Loyalties.
Justin,
Divided Loyalties.
Jessi.
She already voted.
Oh, she already voted. Yeah. Oh,
I
this
can
is
vote
me.
again.
This is me. Oh man.
Oh my god, he's doing it again.
What was that, Jessi?
My,
Jesse,
my
did you
husband's
just go
open a
Borlon?
damn.
No, it's a
No,
garage
it's the
door.
garage door. I heard
That
it. I
damn
heard
garage
it.
door.
God damn it.
Thank
I
you,
heard it.
David.
Oh, David votes are not votes. David gives $5 for you never mentioned the Takashima Easter egg clue on the screen in the gathering during the Divided Loyalties podcast. Sorry, David. We only record for 2 hours at a time, so some stuff gets missed.
So
Jacob.
you're rewarding our bad
Talk about
behavior.
that.
Yeah, so you just gave us $5 for sucking. Thank you, Jacob. David.
Thank you, David.
Jacob says, "Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men?" At Scott. Thank you.
The Shadow knows.
Okay, I'm gonna vote for Shadow of Zahadum, but that was tough.
Are we still
Yeah.
allowed to talk about Alec Baldwin?
It's
I
Wow.
honestly,
a good movie, honestly. I
Nah,
enjoyed
30
that.
But no,
Rock is
it's-
pretty much amazing. Yeah, you're right.
Okay,
Honestly,
anyone?
I used to listen to the radio broadcasts back in the day when I was younger. So
No, we were already in like the second to last round here, and none of you guys have.
I want to
used
see
your
the.
stuff.
Can I see the rest of the board real quick?
Yes, you can. Hold on. So in this round, we have Coming to Shadows has already moved forward to the final four. Divided Loyalties and Shadow of Zahadum, Fall of Night and Comes the Inquisitor, All Alone in the Night, and the Twilight Struggle, Long Twilight Struggle. You want to put your hand on the scale? Oh no, that didn't work.
uh-oh,
You
now
wanna
we
put-
lost
No,
all
it's
our
fine.
What did
It's
you
fine.
do?
It was
You want to put your hand on the scale for Divided Loyalties or not?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a 5-5. Anyone else want to burn through their veto?
Man, I don't know.
Yes, I
This
would
is-
too.
Yeah,
And,
this
so
is a
Andrew,
hard
which one are you
one.
going with?
Divided Loyalties.
Oh man, Andrew's burned his. Anyone else? And again, if it ends in a tie, we send it to the votes at the chat.
See, I'm happy for either of these to win. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
I don't have a
waste my
strong
vote.
preference. Between
Okay, is this
these
it?
two.
Going once.
No, fuck it. I'll do it.
Jessi
Zahadum.
votes for Shadow.
God damn it, Jesse.
Anyone else? Going once.
Jesse's sending it to the House of Representatives.
Going twice. Sold 6-6. Okay, chat. I now see Jacob says Orson. So I'm going to start counting after. Actually, Mike said Unicron. So I'm going to start counting after Unicron. Vote for Divided or Shadow. Divided or Shadow. Vote.
Shadow.
And there's a 10 to 10 second delay, so it's going to be a minute.
The Shadow knows.
Divided
Ooh.
loyalties.
Shadow.
You know, I voted for Shadow of Zahadum.
I don't know. I forgot which one I voted for.
Yeah.
Oh, we got one
I
vote for
voted-
Shadow.
I voted for
Two
Shadow,
for
but I
Shadows.
do think Devoted Loyalties is one of my favorites.
Nicole, you're throwing me off. What?
Sorry.
Loyalties.
Blake, you can't vote.
Oh, Shadow's okay. It's over. It's already over.
Cheater.
Oh, that was a
Man,
bad
look at that.
idea.
Look at that. There's like 2 votes for Divided.
Yeah.
Shadow
it's-
wins.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even
everyone's
gonna wait
going
for that to
Shadow.
finish.
I was gonna say. I think I voted for Divided, and I probably.
Well, it's a
threw
good
that
thing
away,
that Blake,
but-
Andrew, and Jessi burned their one-offs. Well, Jessi actually made hers count. So, okay. We're moving on. The Fall of Night and comes the Inquisitor. Let's go with Andrew. Mega says
Take
good night.
care,
Don't forget
Mega.
to smash the like button. Thank you, Mega, so much.
Night, Mega.
Andrew.
Comms.
Nicole.
Oof. Which one was Fall of Night again? It was
This is
the
the
End of
season
the season.
finale when
Oh,
we
the
get
season
to
finale,
caution
that's
out of
right.
his encounter suit.
Yeah, I got to go with that one.
Kevin.
Fall of Night.
Mike.
Touched by a Vorlon.
Blake.
Pass me up.
Justin.
Do you even have to ask that question?
heard
He's
wings.
Fall of Night. Trust me.
I know. I already counted.
Okay.
Jessi.
Fall of Night.
Emily.
Fall of Night.
Blake.
Inquisitor.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote for Inquisitor. I already said it's my favorite episode. Not that it matters. So there you go. Unless 3 people want to put their hand on the scale, that's gonna move forward. So Fall of Night, and it's gonna go up against either All Alone in the Night. We love the night here, and The Long Twilight Struggle. And let's go with Kevin. Pass.
Pass for now.
Man, you guys messed up my
Really?
tally marks. Mike.
The Long Twilight Struggle.
Blake.
I don't know on this one. This one,
I know.
Okay, I'm passing you to Justin.
yeah.
All Alone in the Night.
Jessi.
Long Twilight Struggle.
Long Twilight Struggle. Emily.
Struggle.
It is real. Andrew.
Long Twilight Struggle.
Nicole.
The Long Twilight Struggle.
Kevin.
Twilight Struggle.
Why he sounds so sad?
Are you guys just like joining in whatever the popular opinion is? Is that
Blake.
what the
No,
passing's about?
no. Like I'm having trouble with this one.
Blake.
Yeah, I'm gonna tip it to Struggle just because of that council chamber scene at the
Yeah,
end.
Yeah,
yeah.
the-
And
That's
that's
the
what did it
only
for me.
reason
I know.
Yeah.
I get it.
I got a
I
vote
get
for Struggle because of that Jakar speech,
Yeah.
which we put out as a short on our YouTube. It's so good. And also, as somebody else said, just that haunted look of Londo's face when he's
Yeah.
on the ship.
Yep.
I give it that vote for that. So moving
And
forward.
those 2 scenes are why I had to think.
Absolutely. Me too.
Okay, so we are in the final 4. The Coming of Shadows versus In the Shadow of Zahadum. Let's go with Emily.
Oh shit.
It gets hard, doesn't it?
Let's
That's
go
what
with
she said.
Zahadum.
That's not what she said.
Andrew, that's not what she said. Vote.
Coming. Speaking of things that she said.
Nicole.
The Coming of Shadows.
MG.
Kevin.
I'm going with the Coming of Shadows.
Mike.
It's got to be the Coming of Shadows for Emperor
Blake.
Papa.
Shadow of Zahadum.
Justin.
Coming on Shadows.
Jessi.
Zahadum.
You know what?
Juvenile guys.
It doesn't matter, but I'm going to vote for Shadow of Zahadum just because it's such a great... Coming of Shadows is an amazing episode too, but I'm going to vote for Shadow. Anyone want to put their finger on the scale? We got Emily, Nicole, Kevin, Mike, and Justin still
Don't you
can.
do it.
Do it.
Going once? Going twice?
Mine won, so I don't care.
Mine won too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sold. So,
The message of the Emperor trying to bury the hatchet and then getting
Yeah.
murdered for it.
It's just
yeah, it's so good.
powerful.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So we are now in the championship round. The Coming of Shadows will be versing either The Fall of Night or The Long Twilight Struggle. Emily.
God damn it. I don't know. Come back to me on this one.
Andrew.
Fall of Night.
Nicole.
I got to go with the Fall of Night.
Kevin.
Fall of Night.
Mike.
Man, I'm the Long Twilight Struggle, I think.
Blake.
Twilight Struggle.
Justin.
Fall Night.
Jessi.
Twilight Struggle.
Emily. Come on, you know you want to tie it.
Struggle Bus.
Struggle Bus is a tie. And I am going to vote for, I already said it, that speech by Jakar, man. Long Twilight Struggle. So,
All
anyone
right,
want to
I
put
want
their
to
hand
bust my nut. I want to bust my nut on this.
Please
Me
don't
too.
bust your nut on the live show. Don't do that. Okay.
I'm going to
so-
use my veto
So, Nicole, for which one, though?
for Fall of Night.
Okay, so Fall of Night is now up by
Shit,
one.
I'm gonna use mine for Twilight then.
Oh, here it goes. This is it. This is it. Okay,
I voted
tied,
for the
6-6.
Fall of Night. I didn't mean to.
No, we're
Too late,
no,
too
it-
late.
We're way
no,
too,
it's
we're
too
way
late.
too deep.
I know,
into
no,
it.
I know that. I know
Okay,
that.
so it's still tied. Emily, Kevin, and myself can put their thumbs on the scale. Emily, do you want to? Yes or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
For which one?
Struggle Bus.
Struggle Bus.
Damn it.
Kevin,
Son
do
of
you
a
want to put your hand on the
beaver.
scale for the one you shouldn't have voted for?
Do it.
I fucked up. That's all I gotta say.
It's fine because now it's going to work out in your favor anyway. And
Yeah.
I already voted for Long Twilight, so that is going to be it. Long Twilight Struggle moves forward. The Fall of
It's
Night
rigged.
falls.
They're both good, but it's the right choice.
But you know what? This
Rigged.
is the most predictable bracket ever because the number 1 seed is going against the number 2 seed, The Coming of Shadows, and the Long Twilight Struggle for the championship. Emily,
Ooh, I'm gonna need a minute.
Andrew,
Coming.
Weird.
Nicole.
He said
Coming in
coming.
shadows.
Andrew, you creep me out sometimes.
You're wrong.
Kevin,
I am right.
This is
I
a
tried.
tough one, but I'm going with Long Twilight Struggle.
Mike,
The hell, guys.
Who?
Mike,
Oh, Twilight.
Fuck.
Blake,
Twilight.
Justin.
Twilight Struggle.
Wow.
Damn.
Jessi,
Twilight Struggle.
Good choice, Jessi.
Emily.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on the struggle bus here.
Well, my vote doesn't matter, but oh man, this is rough. These are 2 really good episodes. I would vote for the Hugo Award winning The Coming of Shadows, really just because it is where, and it comes before the Long Twilight Struggle, where Babylon 5 just says, look at this, man. We're firing on all cylinders now. So I'm going to vote for Coming of Shadows.
Can't believe you guys.
We don't have enough. Even if I put my hand on the scale, which I still can, and Emily still can, Emily would vote for Twilight. I would vote for Coming. So Twilight wins. And that means your champion of the Gray 17 vote for season 2 is the Long Twilight Struggle. So
Boo.
reactions, folks. Where are we on?
And a recount.
Yeah, okay. We have a recount quest. I'm going to show real quick the actual vote tally that the Twitterverse did, but I got to cue that up. So you all talk amongst yourselves for a second while I cue that up.
So again, I think for me, and these were 2 strong episodes, and again, for me, especially with Long Twilight Struggle, again, it's that last scene in the council chamber.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mentioned it in my first impressions of season 2 is you get these scenes starting here with Andreas Katsoulis and Peter Jerusik, where they get into these scenes and they just own it. And, you know, Jakar is giving this impassioned speech, and Londo doesn't say a word. Also, when he's on the destroyers, they're hurling the mass drivers. Not a single word of dialogue, but just watching the physicality of his acting in those scenes.
Yeah.
He's so good at it and does that role so well. For me, this is just above and beyond. I get the other one won the Hugo, but this one is just
Yeah.
fantastic.
Well, and Peter, you know, he's so fiery in that scene, and
Yeah.
then he's just so silent at the end, and it's so they trade off with their awesome acting, and you know, it never fades into the background because, like you said, Blake, you know, they're not talking, and yet the amount of facial expression acting that they're doing is just phenomenal throughout that both of those scenes.
Nicole, Ryan says you're a sore loser.
You hush yourself, sir. Just because you have a cool accent, you can't talk smack.
No, yes, he can.
And it
We'll let him.
will.
Oh yeah, he can. He can.
Jim
I'll
in the
take
chat
it.
says Geometry of Shadows was unfairly maligned. Purple Techno Mage forever.
I do like Geometry of Shadows, but it really came up against a tough one early.
Yeah. So let's look at the Twitterverse real quick and see what they had to say. There it is. Okay. So in the Twitterverse, the Coming of Shadows will bury the lead not at all. Took the lead and took the win. Now, if you work backwards, Twilight did make it to the final round, but it wasn't even really close on the Twitterverse. It was 83 votes for Coming of Shadows, 49 for the Twilight Struggle. Everything else kind of shook out the way we did, guys. Everything seems to be along the ways. Revelations did take a race through dark places, but it was pretty close vote. I will say, the voting in season 2 was much more spread than season 1. There was a lot closer fights in season 1 than there was in season 2. There was really nothing that really stood out as, oh man, that was close. I think the closest one was Race Through Dark Places and Revelations with a vote difference of 5. But everything else was fairly spread out. And at the end of the day, Coming of Shadows walked away with it. Kenneth!
Thank you, Kenneth.
$9.99 for a remembered only as Jack. Thank you, Kenneth. You guys are awesome. I didn't even know you guys could do that. I didn't know I turned that button on. Yeah. But I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain at all.
I gotta say, my 2 cents on this is that, like, overall, I really like the message in Coming of Shadows much more than the message in Twilight Struggle. But I think as an episode full of acting and emotion and impact, I think Struggle for me takes it.
That really says it well, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. And a lot of people said in the chat, too, as well, that it was the voting. And Melissa says, Zahadum is my second favorite planet, only to Risa. Okay, well, Melissa, we always knew you had some kinks, but wow. Okay.
Everybody's got one.
Or like Justin, several. Jacob, you are not the only person on the planet who doesn't have Twitter. Kevin refuses to use it as well.
I don't have Twitter either, Jacob.
Twitter sucks.
Neither do I.
Twitter sucked before Elon.
Twitter is a garbage heap.
This live brought to you by Elon Musk. No. Okay, so
quit right now.
Let's go ahead, guys, and we're winding down on this episode, but a couple things I want to still do. One is I want to get our predictions from our newbies of what they think is going to happen throughout season 3. Now, a little bit of cheating. We do record a couple episodes ahead. So the newbies have watched the first 2 episodes of season 3, okay? But I want them to predict what they think the entire season is going to be about. And then all the people in the chat can ridicule them for their predictions, but don't spoil anything. So if somebody gets it right, don't say it in the chat. If somebody gets it terribly wrong, don't say it in the chat. These guys have not watched past episode 2 of season 3, and we don't want to spoil them. So let's get our first predictions of the entire season, and let's go to Jessi first because she looks like she's about ready to kill me. So Jessi, your predictions of what's going to happen in season 3.
Let's see. My prediction is that Kessler will not be back.
Ryan disagrees. He says prediction that Keffer will return as a talking skeleton.
My prediction is that Jakar beats the absolute dog shit out of Londo. I'm just quietly hoping that that's the case. But other than that, not a whole lot.
So we've got 1 vote for Jakar beating the dog shit out of Londo. Okay. Emily, your predictions for the entire season.
Boom today and boom tomorrow.
Okay, Ivanova. Somebody's rewatching season 1. Andrew, you guys are really talkative. Andrew, predictions of the entire season.
Think at some point, to go a little further than what Jessi said, I think that Jakar is going to kill Londo.
Oh, Londo won't make it out of season 3. You heard it here first.
Blink twice, chat, if that's the case.
No, don't blink. But hey,
just
chat.
Respond interesting. That's the only response you can.
Here's a vote the chat can do. Ann Rose says, speaking of dumpster fires, should I return to Facebook just to join the Gray 17 group? Chat, vote. Should Ann Rose join Facebook just to be on the Gray 17 group?
No, join our Discord instead.
There's some quality memes.
Give us money.
By the way, our Facebook page just crossed 1,000 people, so that's nice. We got that going for us. Okay, Justin, predictions for all of season 3.
Whoa!
Adam votes no to Ann joining Facebook.
I don't blame that at all.
Right.
But honestly, war. Maybe war on 2 fronts. We're going to have the war against the Shadows, and we're going to have the war against Clark start to happen.
Anything else for season 3 for you? Conspiracy theory boy?
Dumb fuckery.
Nicole.
I think that the battle with the creepy murder spider ships is going to come to a head. I think that we're going to see the whole season is going to lead up of them training and learning, and at the end, I think I predict the last episode is going to be a big battle, and it'll probably leave us on a cliffhanger. I think that is where it's heading. I think we're going to see more bullshit with the Night Watch fuckers messing stuff up. And I think that we are going to see more stuff with the Rangers and like more of them throughout the season.
We've got in the chat. We're now discussing Kevin's Meemaw, so we got that going for us.
And there is a comment about Londo's penises returning.
Oh yes, Londo's peens will return. Thank you for that.
I would like to add that one to.
Shannon says
But
just
how
don't.
many of them come back? All 6? Just one?
That would be a spoiler for Beyond the Rim. Shannon says just don't join Twitter. I disagree, Shannon. We're getting really close to 2,000 followers on Twitter, so join Twitter just to follow us. Okay, so there is our predictions. I was expecting more of these guys, but I guess they're getting a little tired here at night. Hey, first ones. What are you, without spoiling, and this is going to be hard, Kevin, I don't think you can speak. Inside joke. What are you, without spoiling, let's do it this way. Who do you think is going to enjoy season 3 the most of the newbies? Who do you think?
Justin?
Anybody else?
Justin is going to need some Kleenex this season.
For crying or for peens?
Right.
Oh.
That would be Beyond the Rim. I'm just saying he's going to need some Kleenex.
Do I need to go to
That's
Costco
about-
and stock up on lotion?
It's
Make sure
about
it's
the
not
gold.
ice.
Mike,
Wow.
Mike, who do you think?
I think I've made a huge mistake.
Hold on. Jacob just says when Scott's involved, you know there's more bullshit. What? Excuse me?
Right.
Excuse
Right.
me?
Not
You're not
wrong.
wrong.
Always.
Oh.
If the thing that happens, if the thing I'm thinking of happens this season, and I think it does, then I think Emily is going to like this season the best.
You know, I was thinking the same thing. I'm going to vote for Emily. I think Emily's head is going to explode. And it's going to be in a good way, by the way. So, first ones, what else? We got a few minutes here. What else do we expect that the newbies are going to have happen to them, or what are we looking forward to without spoiling anything?
I think Jessi's going to swear at us a lot.
I can see that. I do think Nicole is going to ship everyone that has any kind of peens.
That's
No.
Blake, that's kind of like the sun's gonna rise, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Stuart has told us, by the way, the formal plural of penis is peens, P-E-N-E-S, not
I thought it was
P-E-N-S. And not peni, it's peens.
I cannot believe we're having this talk. But
about
okay, sure.
Talia way
I said
too much.
Pete, I
You,
said
the
so,
more
yeah.
you know, little stop.
We're talking about dicks, y'all.
Gigasaurus
And now
says
you know, and knowing is half the battle.
Gigasaurus says there is
Joe.
actual audio proof of gaslighting. This is true. We absolutely gaslight the shit out of people. And it's not just Justin. Justin was just the most obvious, but we've gaslit other ones too.
Yeah, I've been wondering about that with some of our predictions and some of the responses you guys have done. Yeah.
I can't wait to listen back and then talk mad shit to you guys.
See, this is
Jacob
the
Beth says they will drop F-bombs more.
well. This is true. This is true. I think that is a given, Jacob. You know,
If we haven't done that enough already.
we were joking. If you haven't spent enough time with this group, what we could do is we could go back and just do commentaries of every one of our episodes Beyond the Rim, so you all can hate us more. It'd be great.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Jesse's like, fuck, let's go.
Melissa has gummy Centauri peens.
Melissa, share with the team.
I'm intrigued.
Share with the team.
I'm interested.
Andrew?
So, well, I told the group we would go for 90 minutes. That didn't happen because of audio issues.
God.
But let's go ahead for the next, let's say 10 minutes. Let's go until 11 o'clock Central. Q&A, folks, in the chat. Ask questions. We're just going to open it up. Any questions you have, keep the spoilers to yourself. Oh, Josh asks, are we doing a Beyond the Rim tonight? No, Josh, we are not, because I'm half asleep already. And these guys didn't give me any good predictions, so I can't.
I thought mine were good.
Excellent
they were fine.
predictions.
They were
Awesome.
Mine was
Excuse you.
amazing. Boom
Centauri
today,
peas?
tomorrow.
Oh,
We
thank
gave
you, Ryan.
gold. You
Ryan,
just dropped it.
Ryan says Gaslight, Gatekeep, Girl Boss, Gray 17.
There you go.
That's
That's our new tagline.
That's right.
Sounds like an MLM.
And at the,
Actually,
at the
yeah,
live,
that's
and at the live show at the end of season 5, yes, we will be doing a bracket of every episode of the entire series. It'll be 7 hours long.
Oh my God.
We
No
will
one will remember what
That'll
nothing.
end
was.
every friendship on here.
Justin,
Yeah.
Jim says to you, I predict Justin will spend a lot of money on the B5 board game after I tell him about it at Gen Con.
Okay.
probably.
Ooh, we
Not
do
gonna
have
lie.
a question from Ryan at Yum Yum. Which character or actor did you not
Are you-
enjoy?
Who's
to
controlling the
begin
chat
with?
here, my friend?
Me.
Thank-
I'm taking over.
Thank you,
It's
Melissa.
mine now, bitch.
Girl power.
Wow.
So, okay, what Emily was saying, because I talked over, Ryan from Yum Yum Podcast, and you should check out Ryan at Yum Yum, search Yum Yum Podcast. Which character or actor did you not enjoy to begin with, but has grown on you, and why? We won't go around the table, so somebody just pop up and say.
Sheridan.
Sheridan for Nicole.
Yeah, he grew on me.
Jakar. I wasn't sure about him at first, but I really like the arc of his character so far.
We all know I
else?
loved Ivanova when I started.
Jessi hated Claudia Christian and Ivanova in total. Hated.
Now I love her. She's my fave.
Anybody
Jacob
else?
says, who is your favorite character and why is it Zathras? Yes. which Zathras? Zathras or Zathras?
Zathras!
Oh.
Zathras!
All right, I'll jump in here. I'm going to say Drawl.
Drawl.
I
With a
actually-
new
I-
actor.
I kind of despised his character portrayal the first time that we met him and his just over the top, very theatrical approach to things. And then by the end of that last episode that he appeared in, I was like, okay, this guy is pretty dope.
Anne says, I have a couple of B5 board games still in plastic looking for a good home. And Gray17podcast at gmail.com.
I didn't know that those were a thing, and we would totally play them.
Yes.
We would do them live on YouTube.
Hit me up,
Bonus,
girl.
Oh,
bonus
yeah.
content.
Okay, let's see here. Jacob asks, how old were you, Scott, when you finished B5 for the first time? I just looked up when Sleeping in Light aired, which is the series finale, and that was in November of 1998, so I was 15 years old.
Are you trying to make him feel bad?
Thank you. But no,
And
I will say, so, and Blake says he was about 15 as well because he was watching along at the same time. I was there at the dawn of the third age of PTN, and I continued on through TNT, and I had tissue with me in November of 1998, and I was not doing what Justin was doing. I was crying at the end of B5.
He did have
Nicole
to phase a lot
Nicole
more.
says I was 18 in 1998 because Nicole's old as shit.
Rude.
Hey,
Screw you, so was I.
right. Don't be rude.
Hey, Kevin and
Yeah.
Justin are older than me, just by a little.
Yum Yum wants
I
Andrew
was
to
zero.
answer this one.
What was that, Blake?
Answer what?
Yum Yum wants Andrew to answer what he was doing in 1998.
He was swimming
boy.
around his dad's balls.
Oh,
Ew.
thank you, Scott.
How about we have Andrew answer the question since it was directed to him?
Go ahead, Andrew.
No, I was growing inside of my mother's stomach throughout the majority of 1998.
Oh, were you born in 99?
No, I was born in 98.
Oh, really? So you were born when I was 18? I could be your mom, dude.
Surprise!
Thanks.
Back before
Surprise!
everything
You are
cool.
not the
Levi.
father.
Ancestry.com.
So Gigasaurus wants to know.
Ancestry.com.
What are you talking about? Oh, never mind. I'm not going to say that.
Gigasaurus, let's get
Kevin?
this back on track. Choo choo. Gigasaurus asks, "What are you guys using for your video source to watch B5 now?"
Tubi.
DVDs.
DVD.
Crime.
Pirate Bay.
I bought the series on Vudu.
I've been watching it mostly on Tubi, but I also have it on DVD.
I
I've got
own.
it on.
Oh, go ahead.
I've got it on Apple TV. I actually, so one of my coworkers wanted to get into Babylon 5. So I gave them my DVD set.
Nice. So
Where's
I,
he
kind of
move?
you.
I have the full set on DVD, but to make things easier on my streaming TV, because I don't think I have my DVD player plugged anymore, I am switching up between Tubi and Roku and really hating the frickin' Roku interns for their advertisement placements.
Tubi's not as bad from what I've been able to gather.
No, I like to change it up to see if there's anything different between the two, but they seem to
Sure.
be doing the same.
Honestly, Xbox One makes a perfectly good DVD player.
I'm a PC gamer,
So does PlayStation 4, because I don't have a 5.
Ryan says, for those who watch on the DVDs, please, in a short sentence, describe the DVD menus. Andrew, describe the DVD menus to us.
Oh, they're...
I mean, like, I don't know what he's looking for.
People merge into other people, and it's really grotesque.
Yeah,
it's like body horror.
Yeah, it's pretty rudimentary.
In season 3, I think
I mean-
Lita transforms into Jakar, and it's really
Let
weird.
Andrew
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah, I love how you directly address the question to
Well, when
me,
it
and then you
takes
just
you
start answering
15
the question
years
yourself.
to answer the damn question, I kind of have to fill in the dead space. Go
Well,
for
because
it.
I had no idea what the question meant. I mean, yeah, it's just the characters morphing into each other. I don't know what you want.
I honestly thought about making a meme about, is this a major spoiler on this menu? Is everybody changelings on Babylon 5? Is there
Yeah.
are just different characters just morphing into each other?
That's how the DVDs have been since the beginning.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
look, we can do morphs. It's great.
JMS just predicted that edibles would become legal. in the future, and
You know, I should try watching an episode on an edible. That'd be fun.
It would be fun.
If you're gonna do that, I want to
Our
record
next
of it.
live episode. Our next live episode.
By the way, those in the
Yeah.
chat, peer pressure these guys. I've been asking the newbies for nearly 2 months now to record themselves while they're watching the episodes, and guess how many recordings I've gotten? So peer pressure them. Tell them that you want to
Nobody
see their reactions when they're watching these episodes.
Ooh, I
Nobody
have an
wants to
idea.
see that.
Why
In
not?
defense, I am very unreactive when I watch episodes, so you would just get like 40 minutes of me just staring at the TV. Like,
And taking notes.
you wouldn't get anything. Yeah, and taking notes.
Vanessa says Animorphs. Now I remember that books.
Yeah.
Maybe they should choose what episode we watch and record.
Vanessa,
go.
my favorite young adult book from the 90s was My Teacher Flunked the Planet. So Robert says, have the new ones had a hard time not wanting to do a marathon of the shows? People who I've introduced the show to usually get done with a marathon over a week per season.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I really want to crush it, but I can't.
Yeah, it's so hard not to
Mhm.
watch ahead because I'm like, oh, I want to know. I hate waiting, especially now that we're in season 3 and it's really picked up. I'm like, dang it, I gotta wait.
We missed one.
What? I'm clicking as I go. Which ones I missed?
Sorry.
ahead.
James said, would any of the newbies currently
Ah.
recommend Babylon 5 to any of their friends?
Yes.
Oh, I've already recommended it a few
Absolutely.
times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
No one's taken my recommendation, but I have made them.
Well, screw them, Andrew.
I may actually recommend it to my dad because I got my dad reading the Red Rising series,
Mhm.
and then he went behind that and read The Expanse. So he's really starting to get into sci-fi. So I may send him my DVDs after this.
Nice.
You know
Uh,
what's really tough about Babylon 5 is, that the first season, not everyone's going to like it, and it's going to be kind of a slog. And there's other series like that that you kind of have to suffer through the first season of, like TNG is one of them, and what's the Ben Browder and Claudia
Oh,
Black series. Farscape is another. But once you get into Babylon 5, just like all these newbies and us first ones, like you just can't put it down.
I'll say that's one of my biggest things. It's been a problem and a fun thing with me is I haven't watched B5 week to week like this since it aired in the 90s because I binged the shit out of it. So having to wait week to week is driving me insane, but also making me appreciate things I didn't appreciate before. And Justin, you said everyone has a kink. So Ryan's kink is he wants 40 minutes of Andrew stroking his chin and politely smiling.
I want 40 minutes of it too.
What?
I mean, his hair's got to be down though if he's gonna do it.
Yeah, we need to see the majestic
Andrew,
hair.
we need the hair down. It has
Yes,
to happen.
yes.
Hold on.
Let it down.
He just hurt himself.
That his hair is longer than mine is.
Dude, your hair is epic.
So are we going to start
There it
shipping
is.
Andrew and
Oh,
Ryan?
There it is. Oh, that just got some likes. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notify button.
Is this doing something for you, Ryan?
New
So
OnlyFans,
majestic,
just
yeah.
Andrew's hair.
Benway, your friend of 30 plus years who refuses to watch B5 is not truly a friend. I'm sorry. Just not.
I can't believe we didn't extort people in the chat for money to see Andrew with his hair down. Have we learned nothing in 2 seasons?
We have learned nothing.
$1 per inch.
Let's see.
Wow.
I did see.
Oh, come on, Ryan.
There's
Sorry.
a good question up here that we missed from Shannon. What character do you relate to the most and why?
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
Oh,
Zathras.
Dr. Franklin.
Whoa. Hold on.
Wait, no. After your comments about your workplace this past week,
Yeah, which we're not gonna
Yeah.
we're not gonna bring up in the live, Blake, at all.
We'll just say that there was a lot of butt touching going on, apparently.
Right.
Completely accidental.
Thank you, Mike.
Mhm.
For a pizza place.
She just walked into my cupped hand. That's all that happened.
I'm
No.
sticking up for you.
Frequently.
That's what all the red dots say.
What?
Oh, dots. What?
This is what happens when we go past the 90-minute mark. Cut. Okay, so let's go back to Shannon's question. I had a Franklin, which is weird. Anybody else?
I'm going to go with Veer. And the reason is not only because I've been known to be a little klutzy and nerdy, but I could really see doing something bad for somebody that I have a lot of loyalty towards. And that's really, the situation that Veer found himself in this season. He's like, man, I really don't want to do this. I'm begging you not to do it. But if you order me, I'm going to go do it because I work for you and you've given me tons of, tons already. So how am I going to say no? That's tough.
Anybody else?
Gosh, because he's both an asshole and an angel, and I can relate.
I'd like to think that I'm like Ivanova because she's mouthy, she's sassy, she doesn't take any shit.
And she fakes
She's
her
pretty-
orgasms?
She's pretty outgoing. Well, I don't do that 'cause I actually have them. I have many. But anyway, that's besides the point.
Totally needed to know that, Nicole.
Oh, it is
How do you-
definitely 11
How do you
o'clock.
think you were born, son?
Bazinga.
Wow.
Wait, but seriously though, she's like bold
Clinically.
and she's outgoing, and that's very, very me. Like I say it how it is. I don't hold back. So I think that I'm like her. I hope I'm like her at least. Not as hot as her, but definitely I do have a lot of hair, so that might work.
Catherine says, what, are we back to the butthole episode?
Yes.
we never left the
old.
butthole episode, Catherine. We never left it.
We live
bring
it
up
every day.
so often.
Back to
Yeah.
Shannon's question, I would actually vote for me. Who do I relate to the most? Lanier and Veer, the guys who get shit on all the time and just have to watch the world burn. It's great.
Are we that bad to you,
That's
Scott?
depressing,
Wah.
Scott. I think Scott needs a hug.
You know what? Hearing that argument, I'll change mine to linear.
I just love that scene where they're together and they just sit down at the bar, rant for 5 seconds, and say same time next week.
That was good.
Same time tomorrow.
They want to see an OnlyFans,
no.
Andrew. Get it going.
Jacob says that we need to have an OnlyFans Gray 17. We literally brought this up when we were recording The Gathering. This is not new.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for
Gray 17 feet pics. What?
I was gonna say. I'm just saying. Feet pics have been
17
mentioned.
Andrew's hair.
what was it, banana feet at one point?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I know it was brought up in the chat earlier, but that's when we sit down and do like the season 5 end of show recap. The couple of things I'm going to bring up, one of them is going to be, I never thought I was going to get a cease and desist order from Pornhub for Grey 17, but sure as hell did. Jessi's got like the only evidence. She bought it before it got shut down.
It's our shining moment.
And I wear it every single time we have one of
Right.
these. You're all welcome.
Yeah, Kaylee is listening in chat. I'm not going to pull it up, but it's because you guys can see it anyway. Is some episodes that really need live reactions. I agree. Here's the problem with live reactions. We tried it with TKO, and when the guys are watching it for the first time, to Andrew's point, they're watching it because they're trying to pay attention to it, so it's boring to watch them. But when we do reactions, it's also hard because a lot of people are stepping on each other as we're watching these. So what I'm thinking we're going to do is... what I would love to have happen is these guys, and again, tell them if you want them to, because they don't listen to me. I would love these guys to record themselves, and then when a reaction happens, I can take that little bit and splice it into a video, and you can watch all the good reactions without having to wait through the entire episode to get them. But I also have to get their videos to do that too. Shannon, I always need a hug.
Scott just wants videos.
We
of
could
us
get them
'cause
better
he's a creeper.
microphones and turn it into like an ASMR thing.
Emily, you assume I don't already.
Ew, Pac Marat cams, nice.
The Pac Marat comes out and goes. "Rrr." Anything else,
Ryan?
guys? Anything else from the chat, and then we'll do our closing.
Ryan has asked that question twice.
Which one? What are some?
So-
yeah, I got it.
Mhm.
Thank you, Ryan from Yum Yum. What are some of the plot twists or character changes that have taken you by surprise this season?
For me, it was the change in Londo, because we've talked about it throughout the season, as like how we thought he was the good one at the beginning of season 1, and Jakar was the bad one, and now it's completely flipped.
Anybody else?
I would agree with that, but I also
same.
go ahead. Sorry, Andrew.
Oh, I was saying Londo.
I would say that, and also the Talia thing that kind of threw me off.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, you're an evil bitch. Like that really upset me because I liked her character and I was rooting for her. And then, yeah, that one kind of made me sad.
I guess I would have to throw in our dearly departed Lieutenant Keffer. Like, he was coming into his own, and then he fucking died.
He died for our sins.
I just
Space
can't believe
cheaper.
Kosh was an angel. I can't believe that's how that worked out.
Touched by a Vorlon.
That was good.
Justin, don't take that
Thank you.
shit from him.
No, I'm not, because I was fucking right all along. I'm just
He's-
basking.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm
he's-
basking. I'm basking in the glory.
James
Like,
says what he
More
would like.
memes.
James says what he would like to see is mini episodes with the people who missed the main conversations. For example, Jessi, because she missed Fall of Night, and have a little mini episode about what Jessi feels or what anyone feels who misses the episodes. I
It's
like
not
that
a
idea.
bad. It's not a
That's
bad
not a
idea
bad
at all.
idea.
Idea at all.
And Anne says yes to the reaction highlight reels. Chris says the same. Also, Christopher Jackson says he wants us to react to WWE. I think we can have Andrew do that for us.
Beanpole.
That's not what they meant, Scott.
Oh,
Because
what?
when I'm watching
no.
WWE,
Okay. Yeah, no, you're right.
World.
You're right. Yep. Okay, we're gonna
Jesus
leave that one
Christ.
alone. I read it as
Oh.
WWE, but now I know.
And
Oh.
Benway is talking the same thing for Severed.
Yeah, I saw that. There's a whole list of them. Hey, if the newbies did it for every episode, wouldn't have to worry about it. And then Kaylee says, "We need those reacts. We need them," in all caps.
Oh, God, fine.
Yeah, just stick your face in front of a camera. You do it anyway. Just do it.
You don't want to see this
Yeah,
shit.
but
Well, but
On a
honestly, I
regular
get paid for
basis.
a lot of my camera work.
That's true. Gedrin says angels are Vorlons, not the other way around. Vorlons are not angels. Angels are Vorlons. Deep.
when I saw Kosh out of his suit, I saw Macho Man Randy Savage. Go to heaven, oh yeah!
Snap it to a Slim Jim.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite thing about the Skyrim video game was the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yes.
I don't know why Benway is sorry. I can't wait for Severed Dreams. It's
Yeah,
gonna
no,
be
it's gonna be
amazing.
great. Yo, let's Ryan says
Stop
the
talking
real big
spoilers.
twist was that Zach Allen exists and did more than a few people in the opening credits did. This is true, which is why Zach is now in the opening credits for season 3. Oh, Mike says it's 5:06 a.m. in Scotland and up for work.
Whoa.
Hope this is going to be a podcast. Yes, it is. I have to edit
Good
it a lot,
morning.
but it will be. It will be a podcast.
Good
Yeah, morning.
Good morning.
Happy Monday to y'all.
Jim says Justin needs
yeah.
Justin needs a windshield wiper on the camera before he's allowed to do live reacts.
Duly noted.
Yep. We've been on him for a while about it.
That's when the camera auto zooms.
Check out our Redbubble shop for.
Brown chicken, brown cow. That's all I'm
I'm
going to
also
say.
going to throw up a
Oh,
Dr.
no.
Franklin did nothing wrong shirt at some point.
Yeah, we need to do that. If you do go to Redbubble right now, you can buy a toilet seat cover that says "I know what's beyond the rim." That's legitimate. You can do that. So
And Jesse's going there right now.
Mm-hmm.
okay,
I'm actually
so
tempted to order that.
first and foremost, thanks to everybody in the chat who have been. Catherine says, "Hey guys, I'm out. It's midnight here. Need to
You
go.
and me
Bye-bye."
both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Midnight here too.
here's what we're
Thanks
gonna do.
for watching.
Yeah.
Real quick, I want to I'll pass it off to all the folks so they can say their goodbyes as well too. But I want to just take a moment to thank you all. This has been the most active chat for a live we've ever had. We had over 100 people in here at one point, so thank you so much. If you have not yet, please do hit that like, subscribe, and notify button because we will be putting up a lot more videos on YouTube. And if you want to actually be notified when they pop up, click that notify button. And of course, the like button and the subscribe button help us out a lot. So if you're not subscribed, do it, please. We are already recording season 3. And so Wednesday, we will drop on our audio feed, which is in the link down below, this episode edited. So the first 20 minutes doesn't exist. And then starting next Wednesday on both YouTube. So when I say next Wednesday, by the way, I do mean May 31. So on May 31, we will drop on YouTube and our audio feed season 3, episode 1. And then we're off to the races for season 3. So thanks everyone so much for being a part of this. We are not even halfway through yet, and there's still so much more to go. So we're really happy to have you. I'm going to toss it to each of our folks and let them just say whatever they want to say in closing. So let's go to Blake first.
I didn't hear what you said, Scott. You broke out on my end.
Oh, say what you want to say in closing, Blake.
So thank you all for joining us for these first couple of seasons. I hope you stick with us through season 3. There's some incredible stuff coming up and hope to grow this even more as we go through this. And hopefully Justin contains himself just a little bit on the podcast.
And Jacob gives us $1.99 for saying the
Jacob.
shadow knows.
Thank you, Jacob.
And
Also,
Justin's got his tinfoil hat.
that's another big thing too, not just the tinfoil hat, but thank you for all the super chats. We had so many. I didn't even know I turned that on, to be perfectly honest with you. I was like, oh shoot, I have the super chats on. So thanks everyone for doing the super chats. They're really helpful as well too to help this thing grow. So we'll go to Mike.
God, gee, mister. I just want to thank everybody for continuing to put up with us. Stick with us. I hope we'll maybe get better.
We won't.
Ryan votes for Mommy Nicole to take over the hosting of the podcast.
He's just trying to kiss up because he's been mean to me all night.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
Ryan,
let's go
please
to
stop disrespecting my mother.
Wow. Sorry, Andrew.
Kevin.
You know, season 2 is a lot of fun, and I can't barely contain myself from how I feel about season 3. So I'm so looking forward to the next several weeks. So stick with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of shattered perceptions coming up really soon.
So Kevin also needs a windshield wiper for his camera. Got it.
Funny.
Now let's go over to the newbies. Emily.
Thanks for joining us in this very interesting endeavor, shall we say. It's actually been a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to the next, what do we break it down to? Year and a couple months?
We'll be
We
going
should
through October of 2024
Yep.
if everything
So
works out the way we think it's going to work out.
hopefully everyone will stick around with us until then.
Melissa says someone's going to burst. Justin.
And Ryan says Andrew has accepted his role as the baby lawn.
Yes, Andrew is the baby lawn. That is true. I think I've already said this story several times, but I'll throw it out again just to embarrass Andrew some more. Everyone on the show is on the show because in some way or form they've known me for years, except Andrew. Andrew, I put it on my Facebook, hey, I'm looking for hosts for this B5 show. Andrew's mom, who is a friend of mine, says, hey, my son needs something to do.
Whatever keeps him off the streets.
I need a youngin' on B5. Here we go.
We love Andrew, and he decodes youth speak for me, so I appreciate him.
As he gives you the middle
As he's flipping everybody off.
I'm sticking up for you. Don't flip me off.
Benway, I agree.
You off, Mom. I was flipping off Scott.
Okay, thank you.
Benway, I agree. There are currently 80 people watching this video and only 39 likes. Clicky, clicky, clicky.
40.
Apparently, we all use more youth speak than some of the listeners. But
This is true. This is true. Andrew, what do you got?
on God, for real.
No cap.
Mike just stepped on Andrew again.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to say that hasn't already been said, but yeah, just thank you for continuing to listen to us and engaging with our conversations, and yeah, here's to another 3 seasons. Yep, 3 seasons.
3
We're
seasons.
gonna have Andrew host an episode too, I think.
You don't want that.
So Ryan, it then tosses it to Jessi with saying, keep up the social justice warrior angry lesbian energy for season 3. Jessi, go for it.
I just want to say thank you to everybody out there that has been so awesome to us from the beginning. Melissa, Shannon, Girl Power, Sean, Tim, Yuri, Jacob, Ryan, Mega, you guys are all amazing. And those are just a few of the thousands of people that support us. And we appreciate you guys. And thanks for all the super chats. Is that what we're calling them?
Yeah, super chats. Yep.
Those are cool as shit. I didn't even know that was an option. So you guys are awesome and we appreciate it. And thank you for having us, and specifically me, who talked mad shit about Babylon 5 for the first 17 episodes. So
By the way, Vanessa's getting in the joke and said that so Nicole got Andrew on the show since Andrew's mother
basically
contacted me. Yes.
I like it.
Yes, this is canon.
Gigasaurus says, I don't hit the like button on anything because I don't want to give Google information. Dude, they've already got it. Just hit the like button. It'll be okay. And by the way, Justin, can you go ahead and
get your hat?
Yes, give Giga your hat because he needs it more than you do.
He's not wrong.
Okay, let's go to Justin next.
Yeah, this has been some fun shit. Yeah, it's definitely been something bigger than I ever thought it was going to be. From when Blake and Kevin 20 years ago were begging me to watch this dumbass show, and finally they got me to do it, and happy to be along for the ride. I definitely. I guess I've learned tonight in my takeaways from this evening that I need to stock up on Kleenex and lotion and apparently a wiper. So I'll be going to Costco sometime in the next week to make sure I have that for the next episode. And then thank you all for your generous donations, because I will need to go out and buy a lot more red yarn apparently going forward. So. But thank you all. Love you all.
And Nicole.
I just want to say thank you to everybody for being so cool and so accepting and so welcoming. And like Jessi, I am not a sci-fi person, and everybody's been so welcoming and friendly and nice. And honestly, this community has been way cooler than any other fan base I've ever been involved in. And I just think that it's a testament to the show and the great writing and the great acting, because it produces great fans. And I really just appreciate everybody being the community that I didn't know that I needed. So I appreciate you all and everyone who supports us financially or just participating with us. I don't even have the words to say how thankful we are.
We just got another super chat from Yuri. Keep making
Thank you,
it
Yuri.
fun.
Thanks,
Keep
Yuri.
making it fun.
Thank you.
And that's actually Yuri is one of them. I'm going to highlight real quick. Thank you so much. We also have our Patreon. And so thank you so much for anyone and everyone who's on our Patreon. We have a great Discord going of over 50 folks. And I really do want to highlight real quick our Gray Council members. These are our producers. They're listed in every single episode at the bottom of the show notes, but we don't call them out enough. So I'm going to call them out real quick. These are our producers from Patreon who give the highest donation each month. Rosemary Bayless, Sarah Brown, Alexander Bohm, Matt Dennis, Melissa L. Hash, Yuri Hood Jr., Michael Huate, Aaron K., Andrew Lude, Joseph Wise, and Laura W., which many of them were in the chat tonight and
Yes, they were.
gave more than already their producer status. So thank you so much for that. That's really helpful. We've got some ideas on how we're going to continue to grow this thing. It's so much fun. So until next week.
Or Scott, one last thing.
Mike.
Jonathan did post in the chat. Justin, make sure to get the extra Ben Gay also.
Oh, Jesus. We have... Oh, my goodness.
And keep it on my knees where it belongs. So, but honestly, like, you guys are all from the Facebook group and everything. You all listeners are just as batshit crazy as we are.
Well, would you look
This
at
is
the time?
It took us 20 minutes to get through the outros. This is great. We're learning, guys. We're getting better as we go.
Right.
Okay, so until next week, when we talk about Season 3 of Babylon 5, I've been Scott, and with me has been...
Emily.
Blake?
Justin.
Kevin.
Jessi.
Like,
Nicole.
And Andrew.
Be sure to click all of the buttons except for the down arrow. Don't click that one. And we will see you all next week. And thanks again, everybody. It's been fun, and we got so much more to go.